Hello, and welcome to the Outer Worlds. Beautiful. Right, Ali, we just met your parents. You should be proud of yourself.
Can you believe those two? We'd hardly been there a minute and they turned us out like yesterday's garbage.
Well, how did you think that would go?
I thought they'd be scandalized. They'd both be sitting there watching one of their vapid aetherwave dramas, and then we'd walk in. Mother would drop her mock apple cider, and the glass would shatter all over their overpriced marble. Father would tear off his glasses and blink open-mouthed.
This is a very specific fantasy.
Shh, I'm getting to the good part. I'd have a great one-liner in the tube. I was thinking either, the leather's fake but the scars are real, or, oops, did I just track awesome onto your rug?
Well, how about it's payback time and I'm collecting with interest.
Yeah, I'm gonna use that one day. Now, getting back to my story. Father would throw his hands up, because this would be just like me, to come back and make a big scene. Then, Mother would do the old, "You had us worried sick." Her eyes would be red, and she'd have her fist in front of her mouth to stifle a sob.
Well, don't get all moped up on me.
I don't get mopey. I get mad, caustic, indiscriminately aggressive. I just didn't want to get booted out of the house I grew up in like that. It's embarrassing, you know. And I've got a reputation to maintain.
Trust me, this was for the best.
I'd love to know how you'd describe getting kneecapped.
What happened with your parents in the past now? Move on?
I know. This whole experience is stuck in my head like a bad jingle. Just need something worse to get it out.
Well. You've got to surround yourself with people who really look out for you.
There, that's what I was talking about. Really, though? Unless you mean the kind who look out for you to blink so they could swipe your bits. The galaxy's not exactly crawling with those. Anyway, I don't want to sift through this lousy experience for meaningful life lessons. I'm mad, and I want to do something about it. Something like... Wait a second. What if I could get that money?
Well, that money won't make you feel better about what happened.
Want to bet? I've got some big appetites, and they're all cheap.
Well, it's not really your money any more than it's theirs.
Let's look at this as an advance on my dying eventually. Besides, if anyone deserves to profit off my death, it's me. I could open a new account, designate that account holder as a sole beneficiary. All the payouts would go to me. I'll make money without doing a thing. And I'll get to cut them off.
Okay, how do we do this?
My policy is with the Greater Halcyon Insurance Group. They have an office in Byzantium. Maybe you could use some of your people skills to help me set up a dummy beneficiary account. If that doesn't work, I'm sure we can find one of their terminals and do it ourselves.
Well, I did see a letter in their mailbox. They're in Falbrook.
What a relief. The less time we have to spend in Byzantium, the better. Something on your mind?
You know, why don't you go back to the ship?
Okay, see you around.
Same for the vicar. We don't need him right now.
I find myself marveling at the...
Yeah, I'm sure you
Something
do.
vexing you, Captain? Will do.
Alone at last. Finally, I can do whatever I want. Without people actually judging me for being terrible. Byzantium estate key. Oh, Dr. Sheldon's home. Okay, that sounds easy. Help the chairman and Minister Clark defeat our foes. Rising your aspiration unlocks special attacks for your companions to damage district and destroy your opponents. Oh, that sounds nice. Right. We have someone to kill. That's nice. Logs. Cascadia compromised. I received the message that an unauthorized user was looking through the files on Cascadia terminal. Maybe some marauder with 2 firing brain cells. Maybe not. I hope whoever is understands that the sacrifices made on Monarch and HRS 1084 serve as a higher purpose. One day, when all of us have attained a new state of being, humanity may forgive my sins. My worst suspicions are confirmed. HRS 1084 was ransacked. Who knows what became of the spender stacks of my team. As usual, my handlers on the board are no help. Until I deliver results, they can replicate, package, and disperse of the general population. They desire only silence and obedience from the likes of me. Circumstances were hardly optimal at primary and secondary labs. Politically instability pulled Cascadia out from under me, and some combination of cabin fever and paranoia shroud HRS 1084. Perhaps my home in steadfast Byzantium will offer the retreat I need, though I miss working alongside colleagues. I know that I hardly deserve the ones I so enjoy, the ones I lost. The work continues in isolation, and loneliness, perhaps, as it should. Ever since our species became aware of itself, we imposed our superiority on the worlds we touched. Colonizing worked for a time, but our oldest trick didn't work on Halcyon, did it? Now we are the ones who must bow to a force greater than ourselves. We are the ones who must adopt. Wine makes me too introspective. Perhaps I'll balance it out with vodka. Yeah, that'll work. Trust me. Okay, a secret door. Don't seem like it. Money! Cool. I like money. Money makes me happy. How's my charisma skill right now? Skill? Handguns, 100. Exactly what I want. Engineering 80. Persuasion 90. Persuasion can become 100. Next level, which is coming up. Do want persuasion to be at least 100, so lying and intimidation, maybe. We'll see. And once I'm done with persuasion, lying, intimidation, I will go back to engineering, because why not?
That's far enough. What are you doing here? How did you even get inside?
That sounds amazing. Your alien mind tricks won't fool me.
My what? Let's talk about this. Please. I think there's been a crucial misunderstanding.
Well, the alien theory did seem a little bit far-fetched.
Just give me a second to explain myself. If you still want to shoot me, at least it'll be for an accurate reason. If you came looking for some elaborate scheme, it isn't here. All I'm doing is trying to keep Halcyon alive.
What are you doing, Doctor? This information is beyond classified.
You can write me up in your report. It hardly matters. I'm researching a new way to feed the colony. The crops we transplanted from Earth don't give us the nutrients we need. Our colonists might not realize it yet, but they're starving.
I couldn't help but notice the corporate guards in your room.
A recent development, Captain. Apparently someone's broken into the laboratories where I used to work. The board wanted me protected.
Startling. It doesn't explain the research I've found.
The food we grow here barely sustains human life. The colony won't last under these conditions. So, the board let me approach the problem from a different angle. I believed that I could adapt humans to live on Halcyon's terms. That I could change us. Give us the ability to derive sustenance from the nutrients the food does have.
And all you have to show for it is a lab full of preserved colleagues.
I know. I was there. Thomas was the first to take the gas. A simple test, he said. I told him not to, but he insisted. We learned a lot from his autopsy. Enough that we could try it on each other and know when to stop. No one else died. I must find a cure so his sacrifice isn't in vain.
I am surprised you don't have more support from the board.
There are other teams. We didn't want to experiment on human test subjects, so we used the only resources we had. Each other. I'm desperate. I've already asked all the best institutes on Earth for help. Years ago, we sent a message out on the Cornelius Vanderbilt, but heard nothing back.
Isn't Cornelius Vanderbilt one of the assault cruisers patrolling Halcyon?
It's been missing for over 2 years now. They never re-established contact after the skip to Earth. Of course, the board is keeping that under wraps. The board is uneasy about letting the colony know, seeing as half of their military force vanished without a trace.
If the board's authority is vulnerable, that's a crisis waiting to unfold.
Exactly. If colonists know we can't feed them or protect them, they'll begin to wonder why they need us at all.
The board wants to adopt the entire population of Halcyon.
Once we can replicate a success, the board will move to rewire our nucleon. With any luck, our next generation will be eating and thriving off Halcyon crops. We haven't made enough strides to advance the plan. Hardly any at all. But we have to keep trying.
That's hell of a story. Layla Helgen still wants me to kill you though.
If I die, there's no one who can reproduce our work. Every sacrifice will have been for nothing. And we'll be no closer to a solution that feeds the colony.
I can see that. I still don't care. Let me just change my equipment, because this is funny. Really? I mean, you have guards. Why go to... Well, that was fun. Hello guy, still alive? Let me just finish you off. Right, a little bit tougher than I thought they would be. Still, took care of them. With minimal damage to my person. So, we probably doomed the colony. Nice. I didn't use my corrosive damage. That's sad. Oh, look. A punch. Exactly what I wanted. Ah, so good. Okay, Doc. Just one more for the road. Tremor Cleaver Ultra. All we did was for science. Yeah, scientists are evil. Subject, Dr. Lolly Fowl. Alive. Active. Subject will need medical treatment beyond our current understanding before any attempts to extraction is made. You should have let me go, Lore. I drew the short straw. It was my turn. But I don't think I'm strong enough to go on without you. I will never stop searching for a way to bring you back. If I fail, may the architect annihilate her place in the aquarium. Eva. Wrong button, but it doesn't matter. Right, we have 10,000 big bullets. So these enemies are a little bit stronger than I thought they'd be. And I'm going to go and search for rats. That's great. Right then. Let's equip you back, because we're gonna need to walk around just a little bit. Alright then, what else have we got? Acropolis District.
The Acropolis District is off limits. Move along.
Mind if I take a breather? I'm pretty tired after hauling around all these bits.
What in the law's name are you on about?
This is embarrassing. I was going to bribe you, but I just realized I don't have enough. These bits have been weighing me down all day. Why don't you hold them?
Sure. Let me just take that off your hands. Did I say restricted area? Slip of the tongue. What I meant was, welcome to the Acropolis District.
Thank you. I mean, I could have just shot my way in, but I had the money. Okay, we do have some quests we want to start over.
You must... Oh, there. That's one right there. Can't you just see the stench of impropriety radiating off of him?
For the last time, access to Byzantium is impossible without a proper nav key. Now,
How splendid. Another rung leech wandering through the streets of Byzantium. Why, just this morning I thought to myself, as lovely as the gardens are, what they really need is more greasy vagrants frolicking through them. And here you are, frolicking.
Gracefully, I might add.
Admittedly. Now if only you could gracefully take a shower, preferably in whatever hovel you came from. Honestly, what is the board thinking letting so many of your ilk into the city proper? It's madness.
Yes, I'm sure it is. Now, if you excuse me. Let me just try to pick... I mean, she deserves to die, doesn't she?
Can't leave me alone. Now, do we have any further business, or are you just here for the repartee?
If the board isn't supposed to let people into the city, how did you get here?
I earned my place here, just like everyone else. My grandfather was the CIO at Tile, you see.
A CIO.
Chief Idea Officer. He came up with all the best ideas for their products. You know the font they use for Stogie Slims? That was him. Well, he described the idea of it to their font development team, then picked it from a list of choices, but that's basically the same thing. It was a very long list.
What other ideas did he come up with?
Let's see. He picked the colors they included in rainbow chips. No one else wanted purple, but he insisted. Everyone loves the purple ones. And you know how the Cosmic Smokes logo has an eye in the middle of a heptagon? He said that one came to him in a dream. He was a true visionary, so far ahead of his time.
But what did you do to earn your place here?
I just told you. My grandfather made millions of bits as CIO, and I earned them from him.
Inheriting bits isn't exactly earning them.
Of course it is. Wealth is the most visible, objective measure of success. And success isn't given to you, it's earned. My grandfather taught me that. If you have wealth, you're successful, and if you're successful, you must have earned it.
Thank you.
Honestly, it's a simple concept. You're welcome.
So what's wrong with people coming to Byzantium?
What's wrong? It erodes the very pillars of our society. Merit, decorum, personal hygiene. This city is meant for us, the system's finest. We earned its luxuries. But now we are overrun with the unworthy and the ungrateful, and this early retirement nonsense is making it even worse.
I completely agree. No one should be handed anything.
Yes, thank you. Goodness, what's the system coming to when unkempt vagabonds are making more sense than the board itself? By simply winning a lottery, those early retirees get an exclusive district of Byzantium to themselves. No one else is even allowed to go there. Tell me, how is that fair?
Well, most contests have some inherent bias, so technically...
Oh, by the law. I mean the principle of it, not the mechanics. It's not right. I deserve to see any district I please. Why, if it weren't guarded, I'd... You know, you look like you've been shot at before. What say I hire you to investigate this travesty, and you get paid to do so?
Sure, why not?
Fantastic. Consider yourself employed, vagrant. I hear the chosen retirees all enter the retirement district via the port landing pad, but it's completely locked down. You'd never get in that way. Unless, of course, you had a wealthy, beautiful benefactor of impeccable social pedigree, which you do. How fortunate for you. These codes will get you past the lockdown. Oh, and don't worry about subtlety. I don't care how you deal with security, just correct this injustice at all costs.
Right, how did you get those codes?
The same way anyone gets anything here, of course. I made friends with the right people. Bits might earn you a place in Byzantium, but that means everyone here has little need for more of them. For favors like this, you need to spend... let's call it social capital.
I see. Well, thank you. I shall go. Well, it's amazing because well, she's not making it out of this game alive. None of these I need. Can I steal from her? Is anyone gonna notice? Is anyone gonna care? No, I'm sorry, you guys are wealthy, but not the ones I want to steal from. You had light bullets.
Just help yourself to whatever you... What do you think you're doing?
Nothing. What's wrong with you?
My mistake.
Moron. Right then. Hello there.
This property is off limits. Solicitors, loiterers, and uninvited visitors will be fined to the fullest extent of company policy. This ultimatum brought to you by Universal Defense Logistics.
I'm here for Minister Clark.
That's funny. The minister isn't expecting visitors, and you don't much look like one of those couriers from HPS.
Oh, the minister is expecting a delivery then.
Minister Clark's a private man, and you're asking too many questions.
That's nice. Let's see if I can sneak in. Oh, I have a disguise. That's nice. Don't mind me. What? Yeah, don't look at me. What, one of you guys? Minister Estate Key. Yeah, we have that. We purchased it with a lot of vodka. Expensive vodka. Yeah, just stay there, don't worry about a thing. Gotcha. Right. Next. I think that's all of Byzantium for now. Investigate the retirement district at Central. Attend the meditation, okay. Sublight headquarters on Groundbreaker, that's easy. Gillis wanted you there. Exterminate the mechanicals. Following the tunnels, he'd prefer you to return his parts alive, but said their corpses are still a scientific interest. Okay, let's go with this.
Oh, for the good old days when you could simply ask.
Right then. Duck and cover. You can flag items in your inventory as junk. They sell them all in a single command. The next time you're at the vendor. Yeah, I know. Why do that? I don't know. We'll see. Oh, a workbench. That's nice. Discovering this place is incredibly profitable. And let's break down stuff. We will in a moment. First, let's drink some energy drinks so we can walk. There we go. Also, food. That'll be nice. Good. Hey, little guy. No, come back here. Yay! I guess sneaking up on them is not going to be a viable option. There's one right there, which I missed apparently. Oh. Maybe he was sleeping actually, because he did make a sound when I picked him up. Don't mind me.
Sanitation.
Okay, if we kill the robots first, maybe they won't have enough time to kill my beautiful ratlings. Let's knock you down.
Alert. Repairs required in nearby auto bank.
Hello, little guy, where are you? There you are. Oh, those robots were evil. They killed an almost innocent human being, I assume. Honestly, can't tell. So what is this place? Ionized paper knife. Oh well, balanced energy blade. Sure. What do you do? Determination. Should I break this down? Factory armor plating. Let's take a look at this, shall we? Yeah, it looks fine. Oh, fine. Go with this and this.
Investigating. Lethality now reduced. System alert.
Well, never stood a chance, did you? Oh, the poor little guys. There's one. Oh, come on. Gotcha. You lead to nowhere. Great. Are you on the other side of this? Good little boy. Or girl. I don't know how to check. Right, so we were here. Now this is gonna be fun. Oh. Hi there. Why are you so difficult to kill? A giant rat. I'm glad that these robots didn't kill all the rats. Riot control armor. Is it the standard one? It seems like it. And the riot control helmet as well. It still fits somehow. So what do? Melee weapons, don't care about that. Dodge. Maybe. We shall see. Right, there's supposed to be a small low guy somewhere close. Oh, hello. We saved all of the sprouts. Great. Let's break down some stuff. This thing, for example, no one's gonna purchase that. Weapon parts. Revolver 50. And we can walk again. We have quite a lot of junk to sell now. Do we have our hat? Yep. So we can demand a bigger reward, I hope. We shall see.
Any luck finding my sprats?
I have them all.
Truly? Why, this is marvelous! And all safe and sound. Oh, Reginald, Philippa, Vonda, Haroon, Iskander, Evelyn! I'm never letting you out of my sight again! Please, take this. It's not much, but it's the best I can offer for the safe return of my darlings. Now, I've got to get back to the lab before my supervisor logs my absence.
Cool. Okay then. Do need to return to the Groundbreaker.
Out with it, you wretched contraption!
But I'm gonna get a level up. It's gonna be marvelous. The Odeon Pictures.
I think we can both agree that Maverick Johnston is the finest director in Halcyon.
I tell you what, we'll change the front.
Right then. Quite a lot of OT citizens here. Now I don't have a lot of energy, but I do have a lot of energy drinks.
Down there. Enjoy 6 cups.
Right then. The retirees.
That's the last of them.
Finally. Is it just me, or are we getting more and more retirees lately?
Not just you. Felt like a damn factory worker these last few months. Oh well. Nothing a few drinks won't cure. Come on, let's go hit up Bijou's.
Can't. They're closed. Someone saw a sprat in there.
Bijou's too? Damn. What's this city coming to?
I know.
What do you think you're doing?
Nothing.
Yeah. Move along.
Unseal door. Leave conversation.
Move along.
I'm gonna think about it. First, I actually do need to go to Groundbreaker. And I also need to sleep a little bit.
Huh? Oh, I am alert and awake. Not to worry. I take our ship's security highly seriously.
Right then. We're gonna leave these two. We're gonna break down the rest of you. Mostly because I like the color in this one. Break down. We're gonna keep you as well. Armor. Break you guys down. Excellent work. Okay, I guess we can't actually upgrade you. Which is a bit weird. Nothing for me. Sorry to say.
Nice work dispatching Chartrand, Captain. Sublight will be pleased.
I know. That's the point. No, not Terra 2. Groundbreaker.
We've arrived at the Groundbreaker.
Actually, before that, let's go to Monarch. Typhon. Yeah, I don't know about that. Right. To Falbrook.
We're now in orbit above Fallbrook, Captain.
Good for us. I'm gonna go get some sleep, drink and eat, and then exit. Eat this, and drink this. Cool. Still thirsty? Okay, I need to eat something else, I guess. Drink some tea. It's always nice when you have tea. There we go. We need to take Ellie with us.
We'll be here, Captain. Or will we? Haha. Just a little joke for you.
I love you too. Okay, Ellie. Max, let's go. Pt.53. Right. Let me just make sure that we have companion, the low crusader. How's my charisma level? My engineering is great because of Ellie. The caffeine helps my dialogue skills. $80, $80, $90. Good. Wait, is tea caffeine? That's absolute heresy.
Always imagined Falbert would be...
This looks...
Well, well. Aren't you the very picture of good health and sound decision-making? However, we can't make good decisions all the time. Consider whoopsie-daisy coverage. Please note that to make a claim under this policy, you must describe your error in detail before a panel of relatives over the age of 65. And also note that doing so nullifies the privacy and dignity clause.
Right, I need to change the beneficiary of Marilyn Fanlow's life insurance policy.
I remember that one. That's the young socialite who broke her neck, right?
Of course no one remembers me for the marauders I've killed or the bits I've stolen. Typical.
That claim was airtight. Our best investigators couldn't find an exclusion for that one.
Oh, what else can you tell me?
Are you serious?
Well, we interviewed the parents extensively. They had plenty of awkward childhood stories that illustrated their daughter's clumsiness and capriciousness.
Hey, those are entirely made up.
Furthermore, the claim spurred a whole line of fashion-related policies. It's become a very lucrative market.
So, how would I amend that claim?
You can't, of course. Only Miss Fenhill can assign her beneficiaries. And she's dead. If we let every friend, relative, and acquaintance change a policy like that, people would do it all the time. Imagine the paperwork.
Okay, but how would I change it?
Oh, you mean hypothetically? Well, hypothetically, you'd access the terminal in the back room that contains data on all our policies. And you'd theoretically add the beneficiary of your choice. But you wouldn't actually do that, of course. That would be fraud.
Well, you do it for me, or you'll be filing your own claim.
Please, my policy only covers paper cuts and wrist strain. Very well, I'll do it. But then you've got to go. Confrontations like this will raise my premiums. I'll need the name of the new beneficiary.
Ellie Fenhill?
If you say so. The payouts will flow exclusively into the new account at the start of the month. I hope Ms. Fenhill enjoys her newfound prosperity.
What the hell's wrong with you? Say my name. You do trust me, don't you? Right. Should I sow persuasion? Okay, revert because I made a mistake here. So, that's 82. We can make it 90. That will make it 100. Next, we need to work on our intimidation, I guess. 90. Actually, no, we do have intimidation bot and the vicar. There we go.
You really did it. Give these payouts a few years and I'll be rolling in it.
If that's all you wanted, you could have always stayed in Byzantium.
Being a surgeon out there isn't as great as it seems. At least half your day is paperwork and red tape. No amount of money is worth dealing with that. I'm just glad my folks aren't gonna live off that awful story they made up. Maybe now they'll have to go back to real jobs.
As high-minded as ever, I see.
Don't get me wrong, I'm happy to have the money too. Just don't ask me what I plan on doing with it.
Who needs a plan? Figure out as you go.
If only you could have been my chief surgeon back in the day. Anyway, enough of that. You did a job for me, so here's your fee.
Glad we're remembering what's important.
You know, with all your starry-eyed talk, you almost had me convinced you really weren't doing this for the money.
Don't know what to tell you.
If I wanted philosophical bullshit, I'd talk to the vicar. You know, I think I get you just a little more now.
Nothing says two allies can keep an eye out on their own interest.
Plenty of sense in that. You know, I'm thinking I ought to find another gig once this one's all done. One where I can really work on my own.
You sure about that?
Easiest way to take care of myself is to work with the one person I trust the most, right? Anyway, enough chit-chat. Something on your mind?
No, that's it. Wow, so... that was cool. Let's take a look. Faction quest. Chemist, return to Layla Hagen. That's easy. Rest of Halcyon wares outside of Byzantium. Speak to Selene while wearing a suit of armor and headpiece from the following sets: Iconoclast, Marauder, and Spacer. That's gonna be interesting and not that difficult. Spacer. I wonder if you can actually read somewhere where what sets you're wearing right now. I mean, we have this Econo one. Iconoclast Radar outfit was put together from anti-riot gear from some unfortunate peace officer. Ironic, isn't it? Marauder helmet. Yeah, we already have the helmet. Just need the Marauder armor. We can find one on Monarch. I'm just going to return to my ship. We're not gonna go anywhere. I'm just gonna end the episode there. Because I can save on my ship. That's why. So, I'd like to thank you all for joining me, and I'm gonna see you all next time. Goodbye.